Yo, what is good, YouTube? So today is Wednesday, and that can only mean one thing. Yes, we are going to be continuing on with these free flow discussion style of videos. And that doesn't mean it's just going to be me talking to you. This is not a monologue, it is a dialogue. We're going to be touching on just random things relating to streetwear, sneakers, just essentially anything that we are into here in this community. So with that to say, I did want to go ahead and start with the first topic of the day. And that actually includes an update from the team at Nike. So I'll go ahead and pull up the article right now. A lot of people upset with regard to this, these allegations, but I don't know. Could you say you wouldn't do the same thing? I humbly confess that maybe I wouldn't take to that degree, like doing the $200,000 a month thing. But if my mom was VP at Nike, you can bet I'm gonna be rocking every single shoe, every shoe. I'd kind of expect it, you know what I mean? So I know, take that with what you may, but I mean, I think it would be almost inevitable if my mom was VP of Nike. I would ask her for every single shoe. I would assume that she could get it for me, and I would have the sickest sneaker wall this side of the Mississippi. Nike's chief executive, John Donahoe, addressed the circumstances about the recent resignation on VP Ann Herbert in internal affairs all-hands meeting for the brand's North America team on Monday. Her resignation came last week, just days after Bloomberg Businessweek published. Okay, we know this. There is no value more core to who we are than the trust of our consumers put into the brand and our products, Donahoe said. I'm just going to keep saying Donahoe because that's what it looks like to me. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And the fact of the matter is that this incident has sparked questions in some of the consumers about whether they can trust us, particularly around launch product. Part of the way Nike plans to rectify this, said the CEO, is to do an audit. Let's go. I love that. I don't know if you guys remember, but rewind to last week, I was begging for an audit, and this is really, really good. An audit of its launch process to ensure consumers have confidence in the way releases limited edition sneakers. These sneakers have been the targets of bots that seek to beat out regular consumers or customers for online drops. We've been working on anti-bot technology for that. That is part of the solution, but we need to double down on our efforts. Okay, Donahoe. I mean, they've been saying this forever. I don't know. I hope that they're actually going to implement, better bot protection. But I can conclusively tell you, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, dude, bots absolutely 1,000,000% cook on sneakers. We're talking people who have hundreds of accounts. And I don't know. I mean, anyways, Donahoe spoke during the all-hands meeting about Nike's bettering. He explained that Nike plans to update its policy to make it clearer what is and isn't appropriate for employees and their immediate family. This, Donahoe said, has become newly important because of the rise of sneaker resale markets globally. Dude, I mean, this just got important now. They act like this is such a new thing, sneaker reselling. Maybe to a lot of people, this whole thing is whoa, I can resell, make money. But I mean, to those who know, to those who have been in the game, who've been a part of this, I guess, world now, dude, sneaker reselling is not a new thing. And dude, you have to be pretty freaking ignorant or naive to think that Nike's just catching wind of this reselling shenanigans. And I don't know, man. It just kind of this is definitely a PR move, and kudos to them. I have full faith that they're gonna try and hunker down or whatever. But this seems I don't know, kind of like a saving face type of move. I don't know. because dude, sneaker reselling we've been begging for this forever, and they've been saying this to us forever. Anyways, let's continue here. Donahue spoke during the all-hands meeting about bettering Nike's compliance function in order to handle potential gray areas arise for the employees. The context of his comments places Herbert, whose name reportedly on the credit card. Anyways, Heidi O'Neill, Nike's president of consumer and marketplace, also spoke during the call, explaining in detail the events that led to Herbert's resignation. She said that Nike's legal compliance teams conducted an internal review of the exec's connection to her son's business after receiving a media inquiry about it months ago. But according to O'Neill, who was Herbert's manager before Herbert left the company, the review did not find that she had broken any rules, her proximity to resell business. O'Neill spoke to the expressions of sadness, disappointment, and hurt she'd seen from the employees. She said that Ann Herbert should have better considered the optics, no matter the size of her son's business. To be clear, we believe that Ann demonstrated poor judgment. However, we made the decision to not take corrective action against Ann, O'Neill said, describing Nike's leadership's reaction to the internal review. That decision was based on the information that we had at the time of the review. Following media reports, we had a more complete understanding. Okay, so this is interesting to me. So essentially, Nike's saying they had found nothing wrong, but because this information did come out, they were able to access that information and were able to obviously come to the conclusion that they needed to part ways with Ann, ask her to leave, ask her to resign, or what have you. Just to kind of summarize where I'm personally at, for me, I sincerely don't believe it's in Nike's best interest to do anything, quite honestly. I mean, if it was in their best interest, Nike, they would have already done something. I feel like if it was in their best interest as a company to serve the customer, put us first, make sure that we get the shoes on our feet, and subsequently, dissuade that resale market, it wouldn't be in existence. Nike's too powerful. Nike is too smart. Nike's way too competent to allow something to happen with regard to their product that they don't want to happen. That's really, really where I'm at. It might sound pessimistic, but don't get it twisted. Like, quite honestly, my feelings are not hurt. I believe that in this country, a company will do everything in its power to be as profitable as humanly possible. And I quite honestly don't blame them. I get it. I don't blame Ann or her son or sneaker resellers or anything of that nature. It just makes sense to leverage all of the tools that you have to put yourself in a position to be as successful as possible. And so who am I to judge? You get what I mean? That's really, really where I'm at. So despite it, being deeply infuriating to catch these L's on a seemingly a weekly basis, it just seems to be that this is going to continue to be the nature of the beast. This is what we know we are getting into. And I think that if we keep our expectations where they're at, kind of expect the absolute worst and hope for the best, I think that's going to be the best way to tackle this. And if there's a sneaker that comes along that you absolutely need, then you're probably going to have to pay resale for it. I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. Are you guys believing Nike? Are they actually going to put a halt? Is this that final reckoning that we've been waiting for? Has the light exposed the darkness? I don't think so. I think this is strictly PR. This is public relations, and they had to come out with a statement. They're going to take our ears with what we want to hear. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've stopped believing in what people say, and I'm more of the mindset of what people do. Anyways, I'll see you guys again in the next one. As I end every video here at Locust&WildHoney, I'm going to say peace and be blessed.